ग्लोबल स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन में आपका स्वागत है।
There's another command that comes to mind here that I've got to show you. He's called the canvas size command. We've already talked about sizing the image, right? Resizing and scaling your image. What we can also do is we can change the document size, if this makes any sense at all. In other words, I'm going to play off of my cropped barn here. I don't want to resize the photo. I just want to have more space inside the document. Think of a painter's canvas, or think of paper size. I want to increase the paper size without changing the size of the photo. So I don't want to scale the photo. I just want more workable space inside the document, if that makes sense. It's all about the canvas size. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to head to the image menu, and just beneath image size we have canvas size. There's your keyboard shortcut if you're up for it. Command-Option-C or Control-Alt-C on the Windows side. Let's pop this guy open. Kind of looks like the image size dialog box. Here's how this guy works. There's the current size, the width and the height, so almost 7 inches by almost 6 inches. Down beneath, we have the new size area, width and height. So what I could do is I could come in here and decide on a new document size or canvas size for my image. Let's say, for example, I want to make this guy 10 inches square. Okay, just for a simple, easy example. So I'm going to go 10 inches for the width and 10 inches for the height. Okay? Now, notice a couple of things. First of all, my units of measurement, inches, or pixels, or centimeters, or anything else here. Again, I'm going to stick with pixels for web design, inches for print design. Okay? I don't think I've ever used in all my Photoshop years any of the other units of measurement. Okay? Now, beneath that, we have the anchor position. Now, this is really interesting. This little dot here represents your image inside Photoshop. So this little dot, for myself anyway, is representing my barn. So where do I want my barn in relation to the increased document size, if you will, that I'm adding in here? So do I want my barn to appear in the top left, or the top right, or the dead center, or the bottom center, or who the heck knows? Okay, so I'm going to stick with the default there, the dead center. So in other words, I'm going to be adding extra space or extra paper size, if you will, to all 4 sides of my barn photograph in this example. And then last but not least, the canvas extension color. The color that's going to be used to fill in this extra space that I'm adding in, notice the default is background. And you might be scratching your head, background for what? This ties back to the background color swatch that you and I had talked about earlier. So the default background color is white. But we could go and change that. We could say use the foreground color swatch, or use gray, or use black, or use something else. Okay? And I invite you to explore some of those other options. I'm simply going to go ahead and click on OK, and now what happens is I have all this extra space now added to my Photoshop document, to my photograph, via the canvas size command. Okay, that's really all there is to it. So if I wanted to, I could come back into the canvas size dialog box, Command-Option-C, Control-Alt-C, and I could go and change my document size again. As a matter of fact, you know what I could do is I could reduce the document size. Check this out. I'm going to go 5 inches by 5 inches, and I'll leave my barn in the dead center. I'll go ahead and click on OK, and Photoshop goes, whoa, hold on a second. You're actually reducing down the size of your image. You're cropping your image. Are you sure you want to do this? I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm sure. Go ahead and proceed. And this is the result that I wind up getting. So now my canvas size has been chopped down to 5 inches by 5 inches. How do I know for sure that's 5 inches by 5 inches? Well, the image size dialog box is going to tell me. Image size dialog box, and give me a second here. I'm going to switch back to inches for my unit of measurement. There it is, right there, 5 by 5. Okay, so there's your canvas size command. Definitely cool stuff.